Hi, I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp. I am one of 4 members of the Creative Crafters Challenge. On the 3rd Wednesday of each month, we'll be posting a video of the project we have each done from the monthly challenge that we decided on. After viewing my video, please view the other 3 videos. The links will be in the description of each video so that you can find all 4 of us very easy. And like the one that you want to vote for, just the one you want to vote for, not all of them, even if you love them all, vote for me. No. Anyway, so each month a winner will be crowned, and we hope that you find creativity in our projects that you can use in your own projects. All right, I'm going to show you. This is the card that I did. I think you saw the on my post. It's found on page 24 in the annual catalog. And just so that you can see, I think it's this one right here. Whoops, there you go. Found on page 24. The templates are a great way to feel inspired. So this is the one that I've done. I'm going to quickly show you how I've done it. Inside, done. It's quite easy actually. So I have my pieces all prepped. I have a 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5.5 piece of cardstock. I have a I think it's 3 3/4 by 5, and I ran this through with the plaid embossing folder. And I have a piece of the DSP, and that is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And I have some scrap pieces and a piece for the inside, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, I'm going to start. First, I'm going to just put this on. I have some Stampin' Seal right here. I'm just going to pop this on the front of my card, like so. I just wanted that extra border around, so that's, you know, it to be wider around the edge. So that's why I made this 5 by 3 3/4 instead of the usual 5 1/4 by 4. And then I've got my scraps. Now here comes the tricky part. Are you ready for this? I'm using my 2 3/8. Can you see that? 2 3/8. It's kind of dirty. How about if we do it this way? 2 3/8 punch. And I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to take my DSP. I'm going to stick it in here as far as I can and punch. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side and punch. So that's how I got my oval. Now if you have a little edges here that you really don't like, don't hesitate to just corner them just a tad. Doesn't take much. Just a few little barely snips. But there you go. Now my edges are rounded out. So I'm going to stick that aside. Now I'm going to take these 2 pieces along with this die. And the reason that I did not do them ahead of time is because I'm going to use, here's my piece, I'm using the insides from the opposite flowers. So I'm going to get out my mini Stamp Cut and Emboss. and do these flowers. And remember, you want to keep all those little pieces. I know it seems extreme, but it looks pretty cool when you're done. So after I do that, I'm going to put this on my silicone mat. Sometimes the pieces come off in order. Sometimes you got a few strays. But for the most part, you can actually figure out which ones go where. All right, I'm going to use my take your pick tool, which was just right here. Here it is. I'm going to poke these out. I'm going to try in order, but it doesn't necessarily work that way. It's being stubborn. Okay. Then I'm going to do it again. That one was in Bubble Bath, and this one is in Berry Burst. Again, run it through the machine. It's being funky. They like to be, have you noticed that? They don't like to be even with each other when you run it through. I know the big one's not that way, but the little one, mini one seems to be. I'm going to gently take this off. Make sure I have all those little pieces. I'm going to stick this aside. I'm going to pull this forward. I'm going to poke everything out. I love this take your pick tool, don't you? I don't know what I'd do without it. Okay, one more piece. All right. Remember, you're using those, so don't get rid of them. All right. Now, I'm going to adhere this piece that I did with glue, and I am using the multi-purpose glue, but I have put it in this cute little container, and I keep this in this little stand that my son-in-law and business partner made. And this is on my website if you're interested in purchasing one. They would love to have your business. They have a 3D printer, and they print all kinds of stuff. I haven't seen it yet, but they printed me a holder to hold like a pint of ice cream. So I can't wait to see that. All right, now I'm going to put this right in the middle. Like so. And I don't know about you, but I take one of my blocks, and I know it's a little dirty, and I like to just hold that down a minute. Now, I've already gone and cut these two because those didn't require any special anything. All right, shouldn't take long, and it's done. I just like to flatten it. Okay, now I'm going to take my flowers and my stems here, and I'm going to put this one down. Make sure I'm putting glue on the right side. But see how nice and fine that comes out instead of the blob. Stampin' Up! Has the fine tipped glue, but I like the multi-purpose glue better. So that's why I stuck it in this. Same glue. All right. And I'm gluing all these down. You don't have to. You can leave them amok if you want. But there we go. All right, now I'm going to start with this one, the Berry Burst. Just quickly add some glue. See how quick this goes on? And to me it's actually easier than using the what do you call it, adhesive sheets. Alright, now I'm going to put the pink piece, the bubble bath pieces in before I put the next flower on. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and put it in a couple of spots, a couple of these openings. And then I'm going to take my pick tool. It's growing a little. I'll cut a little of that off. Ball it up. And I'm going to stick, just make sure it goes the right way. So pick them up and stick them right in the corresponding hole. You just have to make sure you get it the right way. And that one little piece, but just this one, of course they're all upside down on me, but that's okay. So see how the 3 pieces went in? Okay, now I'm going to add glue to a couple other pieces. They go in relatively fast, so the glue doesn't really have a chance to dry. But of course everything's upside down on my I have glue on my fingers. Alright. But this pick tool, take your pick tool. Say that 10 times fast. Makes all the difference in the world in doing something like this, because there are a lot of Stampin' Up! Dies that have cutouts like that, and it kind of adds something when you poke it back in. I've done it on a couple different projects and I really like it. Alright, this one's hard. There we go. Now it's not going to want to come off because it's so small. It's stuck in the glue. Alright, we're going to do it with your pick tool. There we go. So there they all are. Alright, now I'm going to glue the bubble bath one and put the Berry Burst pieces in this one. And I don't do them all at the same time. I do, 3 or 4. Alright, which ones did I do? I did this one. And I did this one. And the little baby one, which gave us trouble before. So we're gonna, whoops, use my pick tool to stick that one in. And now it's stuck to my finger. It's alright, we're gonna get it in. I'm bound and determined. And then this little one. Those are the ones I added glue to. I'm going to add glue to these others. I know this might be too passive for some people, but I think it makes a big impact, so I really like it. Stick it in there. Come on. It's because I got glue on my fingers now. There. All right. Just a couple more. It's upside down. All right, there we go. Now it's all in, all clean, all glued. Alrighty. Now I'm going to do some stamping and we'll be done. So I have Hey on the front, and so Hey, and then Happy Birthday on the inside. So I'm going to pull that off, pull out my blocks. I forgot to grab my ink, but it's right in front of me, so lucky for you, we don't have to, you just have to listen to me go through them. I got it. All right. So the inside is Happy Birthday. And I put them at an angle because I find them easier to see. And then I have a scrap piece. I have a scrap piece. There it is. To do Hey. Alright. And for those of you that know me, I have to wash and dry right away, or I already pre-sprayed this. But if I don't wash and dry right away, I'm gonna have pretty peacock all over everything. And we don't want that. Alright, I'm just gonna quick fussy cut this. I know some of you don't like fussy cutting, but I just thought this card didn't need to have too much fuss over the banner. So this is all I did. I'm gonna quick glue that on. I've been using dimensionals less because I've been mailing a lot. Alright. And then the inside piece, I have this little extra piece of Designer Series paper, and I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal. Put this at the bottom. And then Stampin' Seal to put it inside. Line it up. There we go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add these gems, which are Charming Shimmer Gems from this Floral Charm Suite. Now some people use Take Your Pick tool. I have pretty good nails, so that's what I'm using. Alright, there we have it. I'll give you a little closer up look. Let me see if I can do that. There you go. Is that better? There you go. Whoops. Glue on my finger. Alright, vote for me, and don't forget to vote for me And don't forget to visit the other three fabulous projects and vote on the one you like. So until then, happy stamping.